morning, everyone. Welcome back to another She Says with Serena. I am still your lovely host, Serena. And this morning, we're going to be delving into bipolar disorder. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what bipolar disorder is, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it's affected me. Maybe we'll do it opposite. Maybe I'll tell you how it's affected me first, okay? So, as a teenager, the symptoms that I displayed were promiscuity, um, very high, a lot of highs, very manic. As I went into my 20s, I went through a period where I told some outlandish lies. Um, I was still very promiscuous in my 20s. Some people who have bipolar have problems with stealing. I never had that. Um, with me, when it used to be, and sometimes still, but it was really bad back in the day when I would be manic, I would become so irritable. That's a symptom that most people don't talk about with bipolar disorder. We talk about being manic, we talk about being depressed, but we don't talk about what manic looks like when we're manic. And what manic looks like for a lot of us is that we become extremely enraged and extremely agitated and irritable to the point where we don't have control of ourselves. Sometimes we scare ourselves. You guys know about me that I myself did end up abusing somebody in my past. And of course, we can never use our mental illness as an excuse for our behaviors, but they certainly do help to explain why we do the things we do when we do them. I don't believe that the things that I did I would have done had I not been experiencing a manic bipolar episode, um, along with some psychosis and delusions in there. So, exactly what is bipolar disorder? You guys, nothing that I say here is intended as medical advice. I'm not a professional. I'm just a woman who likes to talk. And the information that I'm going to share with you, you yourself can go straight to the internet, which you're already on. You can Google bipolar disorder. The information that I'm sharing comes off the National Alliance on Mental Health Illness website. So you can go right on there. It's right up here. You can Google that for yourself and even read along if you would like. This says bipolar mental disorder is a mental illness that causes dramatic shifts in a person's mood, energy, and ability to think clearly. People with bipolar people with bipolar experience high and low moods known as mania and depression, which differ from typical up and downs most people experience. I hear people all the time now saying, I'm so bipolar today. Oh my God, did you hear her? She's so bipolar. You guys, don't downplay bipolar, okay? Bipolar is a very serious mental health problem. It's a very serious condition. It's a very serious disorder. It's not something as simple as, I had some mood swings today. It's something that you have to have experienced these mood swings, these extreme highs, these extreme lows for a period of 2 weeks or more to get diagnosed with bipolar disorder. When people use bipolar disorder in a flippant way and they're just like, oh, I'm so bipolar today, it's very dismissive of the actual disorder itself and the hell that people go through to try and control this disorder and control themselves when they have it. I often think that these women of yesteryear and stuff like that, I haven't heard of a case recently, but 10 years ago, we heard about women who had drowned their children in the bathtub, or women who had driven their car to a lake with their children inside. Both of those instances, those women had bipolar disorder. It's Bipolar disorder should be taken very, very seriously. If you have it, you should take it seriously. If your loved one has it, you should take it seriously. Ask them how you can help. Um, I just wanted to see if there was anything that I really wanted to delve into in here that you guys, I mean, you can read all of this yourself. It talks about mania, it talks about depression, it talks about most of the time people in manic states are unaware of the negative consequences of their actions. One of the things people, when they're in manic states, do is overspend. Overspend. That used to be a problem for me when I was younger. I'm really, really, really good about that one now. With bipolar disorder, suicide is an ever present danger because some people become suicidal even in manic states. Learning from prior episodes what kinds of behavior signal red flags of manic behavior can help manage the symptoms of the illness. Learning from prior episodes. Okay, folks, this goes back to something that I've been saying since I started this channel, and that is read. So if you have bipolar, or if you know somebody who has bipolar, I want you today, your homework for Sunday is to get online and read about bipolar disorder. Read, read, read. After you read, you're going to reflect. What does reflect mean? All reflect means is think back. You're going to think back on your life. You're going to think back on your experiences. Learning from prior episodes. So that's what it means. You're going to learn from your prior episodes. You're going to reflect. You're going to think back. And then you're going to try to recognize your triggers. You're going to try and recognize your symptoms that are associated with your bipolar disorder. And then you're going to make a list of those things, okay? Make a list of your triggers. Make a list of your symptoms, okay? Then you're going to figure out, how can I regulate these things? Regulation is the key. Regulating yourself, regulating your emotions, regulating your surroundings. When we can regulate ourselves, we can keep ourselves at an even keel. That way we're not sinking too low into those horrible depressive states that I'm going to talk about, which I'm going to talk about in just one second. Or those highs when we're so bouncing off the walls we just can't get a handle on ourselves. Now, those depressive states, what do those look like? For some of us, they don't look so horrible. For others, they are absolute hell. The worst depressive state that I had, my husband and I refer back to as the summer of hell, because it really was. It was every day me waking up and just, I didn't want to exist. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to get up out of the bed. I didn't want to cook anybody anything. I wanted everybody to disappear and leave me alone and let me wallow in all of my feelings that I wanted to feel. And I say wanted to feel because feelings are a choice. We can absolutely, we have to feel whatever we have to feel for as long as we have to feel it. But once that feeling starts to subside, you get to choose a new one. That is not an easy thing to learn to do, but you can do it. If I can learn to do that, anybody can learn to do that. And it doesn't always work, but when it does, it really does. So how do you do that? I quite literally choose. I say to myself, I will cry when I need to cry, and I will rage when I need to rage. And the minute that I'm able to calm myself a little bit, collect myself, I'll take myself and I'll wash my face off, and I will look in the mirror and I will say, what are we going to feel now? Because I don't like this feeling. And I wipe that feeling away and I pick something new. And usually it's a mellow feeling because that's normally what I need. I don't need anything that's too high up or too low down. I just need something nice and mellow and even keel. And it takes many years. And when I say learn to control your bipolar disorder, it takes many years to learn to control your bipolar disorder. But that doesn't mean that you won't still experience the symptoms. It doesn't mean you won't still have episodes. It just means the way you react to those experiences and those episodes will be different and will be more productive and less destructive. Okay? You guys, I hope this has been a good talk. I hope that you've found it at least a little bit informative, maybe. I hope that when I share with you what I've gone through, that it gives you a little bit of insight into the mind of somebody who's living with bipolar, so that if you're around others who have bipolar, who maybe aren't comfortable with sharing, maybe it helps you to see a little bit into their brain too. Okay. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Don't forget, what are you not supposed to forget, everyone? You're not supposed to forget that you are worthy. The sun is shining. God is blessing us today. Go out there today. It's probably cold where you are. I know it's really, really cold up north. I do, sorry about your, uh, that's gotta suck. But have a great day today. Do something positive and productive and stay safe. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.